Magic in Classical Gnosticism, a reflection on the origin of the world. The relationship between Gnosticism and magic has long been a topic of discussion among scholars and seekers. While modern interpretations of Gnosticism often incorporate practices like tarot, crystal energy, or reiki, these elements diverge significantly from the themes found in classical Gnostic texts. A careful examination of the Nag Hammadi Library provides insight into the Gnostic perspective on magic and related practices. One pertinent text is On the Origin of the World. In this work, the rulers, archons, are portrayed as negative forces that introduce errors, including magic, into the world. The text states, "Let us return to the aforementioned rulers, so that we may offer some explanation of them. Now, when the 7 rulers were cast down from their heavens onto the earth, they made for themselves angels, numerous, demonic, to serve them. And the latter instructed mankind in many kinds of error, and magic, and potions, and worship of idols, and spilling of blood, and altars, and temples, and sacrifices, and libations to all the spirits of the earth, having their coworker Fate, who came into existence by the concord between the gods of injustice and justice." This passage paints magic as part of a broader system of errors introduced by the archons to enslave humanity. Practices such as the worship of idols, sacrifices, and the use of potions are depicted as tools of deception, leading people away from the true knowledge, gnosis, of the divine. This perspective reveals a Gnostic rejection of magic as something tied to the material realm, associated with the rulers of this world rather than the transcendent God. Historically, the resurgence of magic and mysticism has often coincided with periods of social and religious upheaval. In 19th century Europe, spiritualism revived interest in witchcraft, mysticism, and occult practices. When combined with elements of Christianity, this led to the emergence of forms of Satanism. In the 20th century, public Satanism grew alongside a decline in the influence of the Catholic Church, filling a spiritual void with occult practices. Modern expressions of mysticism and the occult often draw from traditions like Kabbalah, tarot, and astrology. Kabbalah, a mystical stream of Judaism, seeks to explain the connection between God and creation, the existence of good and evil, and the path to spiritual perfection. However, these practices have frequently been co-opted by New Age movements and occult organizations, such as the Freemasons and the Order of the Golden Dawn. Practices like tarot card reading and astrology are commonly associated with Kabbalistic interpretations, though they often stray from their original Jewish context. For instance, tarot cards, which are sometimes linked to Kabbalistic doctrine, include 22 trump cards that correspond to the 22 paths in the Kabbalistic tree of life. These cards are interpreted through the lens of the universe's structure, including elements, planets, and zodiac signs. Similarly, amulets, talismans, and rituals aimed at warding off evil or bringing good fortune have long been part of occult traditions. The Bible strongly condemns such practices. Isaiah 8:19-20 states, "And when they shall say unto you, Seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto the wizards, that chirp and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God? On behalf of the living should they seek unto the dead, to the law, and to the testimony? If they speak not according to this word, surely there is no mourning for them." This admonition reflects the biblical view that seeking guidance from spirits, wizards, or other occult sources is a rejection of reliance on God. For those seeking the divine, the focus should remain on God's word and testimony. In light of these considerations, it becomes evident that classical Gnosticism does not embrace magic or occult practices. The association of modern Gnosticism with tarot, crystal energy, and similar practices is a contemporary development, often disconnected from the core teachings of early Gnostic thought. For those exploring Gnosticism, a return to primary texts like On the Origin of the World provides clarity, emphasizing the importance of rejecting the errors of the archons and seeking true knowledge of the divine.